Welcome to the Lowe Down. I am the voice of Emerge, Chris Lowe. Joining me at this time is Emerge's new play-by-play analyst, Casey Johnson.
Thank you, Chris. I am excited to be here, and I'm counting down the days till Emerge. It's going to be fantastic.
EMERGE12 CONSEQUENCES coming up Saturday night from the DSI Gym in Columbus, Indiana. If you don't mind, let's talk about the card a bit.
All right, absolutely.
First match, kind of a new thing. CEO Dave Dynasty's instituted a dark match to kick off before the main show. It's a good way to get some guys some exposure and to say thank you to the fans that are always out there right before we open the doors an hour early. That's going to include King Crush versus Billy Matter. What are your thoughts on that match?
Well, we've seen King Crush before, obviously. Billy Mattern is a newcomer. We received a tape a few days ago from Billy Mattern where he said he is not happy about the fact that he's on the pre-show. But you know, you got to take what opportunities are given to you. I've seen King Crush wrestle live. Obviously, I've seen some tape of Billy Mattern. He likes to move around the ring the same way Crush does. Looks like it's going to be an entertaining match. I gave the edge to Crush. I think Crush is going to pull it out, but Billy has the unknown factor, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled it out. And the only way that you can see that match if you're not at the event is on Emerge Wrestling Showcase, which I host. So I got to get my little plug in there.
Well, go ahead and tell the fans a little bit about the showcase.
Well, we have decided to institute a weekly program showcasing some of the younger, some of the more up-and-coming stars in Emerge. It posts every Sunday on youtube.com/Emerge Pro Wrestling, except for the it's a quick turnaround, so every Monday after a show is when we do our rundown of what happened at the show. It's myself and my broadcast colleague Richie Stevens, and we're the new commentators for Emerge, and our first sort of avenue to explore is Emerge Wrestling Showcase, and we're delivering some fantastic stuff every week. So definitely come check us out, and if you're not there at the event early, you can see the dark match on Emerge Wrestling Showcase. It's never going to be released on a DVD or anything. It's just on Showcase. But being there live, obviously.
You have to be there. I mean, what are you, dumb? Let's go straight into EMERGE12 Consequences. Our opening contest will be Anthony Totelli versus Kenneth James and Kyle Maverick in a three-way dance.
Promises to be an exciting match. Of course, we've only seen Kyle Maverick once. He, suffice to say, didn't put up his best effort against J.D. Mariani a few months ago. Meanwhile, Kenneth James is on sort of a hot streak. He, of course, lost at the last Emerge event in a fantastic submission match. But the last few weeks on Showcase, he has picked up a couple, well, one match he got disqualified, but both matches decisively went in his favor, I would say. And he doesn't really care about wins or losses. He just wants to hurt people. And so, I mean, you say it every month, beating people up is what he does. And so I would look for him to possibly pull out the victory here, although I've been watching a lot of stuff from Anthony Totelli, the Flowing Samoan, and he's very, very capable in the ring. He's got sort of that classic Samoan style, except he's a little bit more athletic than most Samoan wrestlers you see out there, so it should be a really interesting match, but I got to give the nod to Kenneth James.
First tag team match of the evening features Bobby Black and Mance Warner versus Picture Perfect, Jordan Cage, and ATM Austin Tyler Morris. Your thoughts?
I gotta tell you, this is one match I'm extremely excited for. Bobby Black has been around the area for a long time wrestling. Mance Warner, of course, fresh out of the 7th class from the School of Rock, which is a highly respected school. And so we have, you know, the veteran mindset and sort of a new guy who ATM and Jordan Cage might not be prepared for. That being said, ATM and Jordan Cage know how to function together as a unit. They wrestle all over together as a team, so it should be interesting. It's sort of, you know, the unknown versus teamwork. It's teamwork versus experience, you might say. And I really don't know who to give this to. I gave it to Jordan Cage and ATM because when two guys start, exploiting the rules together and working like a well-oiled machine, you generally find that they're able to pull out some pretty important victories. But either way, this promises to be an exciting match, I think.
A match a lot of people are looking forward to, the first Emerge ladies match. The Queen of Me, Nikki, versus Karma.
Yeah, I would say, Emerge has been around for a year now, and we've got the high flyers and guys like, Bobby and Diablo Loco. We've got, big powerhouses. We've got good submission wrestlers. If people could say one thing that Emerge has been missing, it's been ladies. And, of course, we always listen to the fans. And so what a match to start out with. Okay. And this could be huge as far as the rest of the night goes, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Karma has proven herself to be very capable in the ring. And Nikki generally always finds a way to win, so I think I would give the edge to Karma just based on the fact that, I think she has more wrestling skill than Nikki, but you never count Nikki out. Right. She always figures something. And
thinking about Nikki, you've also got to wonder how much she's got to, the fact that she's managing these other men.
Exactly.
It's going to weigh on her mind if she goes into a match with a capable wrestler like Karma.
She's always found a way to game the system. We've seen, and I'm not sure that she won't have some. As a matter of fact, I'm positive that she will have something up her sleeve. It's all about, I think, Karma adapting on the fly and being able to just exploit one little second. It might just be a second opening that she has where she's able to pull out the win. I'm confident she can do it.
Should be a great match. Up next, we've got our Emerge Tag Team Championship as the 8-Bit Punks, new champs, defend against Sage Phillips and Cole Radrick.
Yeah, we were talking just before we started rolling here about how loud the crowd was when the 8-Bit Punks won the Tag Team Championships. I don't think I've ever heard a crowd that loud at a show that I've been to. And they're riding a wave of momentum, the likes of which I don't think Emerge has seen yet. They're red hot, and in the first championship match, I generally give the edge to the champion, but Sage Phillips and Cole Radrick obviously know how to work well together. We've seen a lot of good things from both of them. Cole Radrick is my favorite young rookie in indie wrestling right now. I've gone on record as saying he has a tremendous upside. He just needs to, I think, focus a little bit more and get his head in the matches a little bit more. And because it always seems like when he's a little bit distracted, that's when the pin ends up happening. And I'm going with the 8-Bit Punks on this one. But Cole Radrick, Sage Phillips, obviously bright futures, but I don't think they're going to be able to overcome the champs with their first shot.
Very good. Now a match that some Emerge fans have said seemingly has come out of nowhere. The main attraction, Donnie Idol versus Warfare, Jeremy Hadley. Should be a great match.
Oh yeah, I remember 2008, first show I ever attended live. Donnie Idol signed an autograph for me, and during the middle of his entrance, Jeremy Hadley told me that he would smack the fat off me. I was 12. I wonder who I'm going for. Yeah, that's Jeremy Hadley for you. But Jeremy, very, very capable in the ring. He takes riling up the fans and turns it into an art form. He always knows how to use the fans against his opponent, how to use the ref against his opponent. Donnie Idol, though, this is a match where both of these guys have everything to gain and everything to lose, where Jeremy just lost his championship and Donnie just made his return from injury, so they're both kind of starting fresh. Compound that with the fact that this is a match fans have been wanting to see for years, not just in Emerge but elsewhere. It should be an entertaining match. I've said it's my sleeper match of the night. I think people might walk out talking about this match more than any other match, and I got to go with Donnie in this one. I just think when the crowd starts to get behind him, unless Jeremy can figure out a way to silence the crowd, Donnie gets that adrenaline flowing through his veins, and it's hard to overcome a guy who's on a roll like Donnie gets sometimes.
Absolutely. We've got our Outbreak title match next up with Jacob Johns, the big man, going up against new champion Chris Caliber with Karma.
Yeah, and I think that this match, a lot of what we see in the beginning stages of this match will have to do with what happens in the Nikki Karma match. Because Nikki, we know, wouldn't miss a chance to come out with Jacob. Karma's not going to miss a chance to come out with Chris. So they are going to be, riding on the heels of what happened in that match. And so that might determine the way that this goes. Chris Caliber, I would give the edge to, like I said, first championship defense. I always tend to favor the person who just won the championship, and Chris just came out of the most personal feud that we've seen yet in Emerge, and Chris is he's smaller than Jacob Johns. He's still a big guy, but he's quicker, and so he is able to move a bit more. I think he can use that to his advantage. Meanwhile, he maintains the power that you get from being a bigger guy. Jacob Johns, though, we've seen opponents take 5-10 minutes to even get him off his feet.
Right.
So it's going to be a very entertaining match. I got to go with Chris Caliber.
But harkening back, you're saying that if, depending on how the Karma-Nikki match goes, if, say Nikki was dominant and just squashed Karma, do you think that'd be enough to give enough momentum to Jacob to possibly pull one off?
I think it definitely could. I would say the beginning 5 minutes of this match are going to tell a lot about how the rest of it goes, and the last 5 minutes of Nikki versus Karma is going to determine a lot about the first 5 minutes of this match.
Okay, so we're looking for 10 minutes here to determine what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, see if I can do math. Up next, we've got, in our main event, the Emerge Championship, as Poison, Apollo Star, the #1 contender, goes up against the Mastodon, J.D. Mariani, again with Nikki.
Yeah, these two have faced each other before at Emerge 5, and
I got to say, up until J.D. lost the title to Donnie Idol, that was the closest
by far
J.D.'s ever come to losing a match, period.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for one little crucial mistake, Apollo probably would have won that match, and he's not going to make that mistake again. He's gone on record as saying that, and it's going to be a hard-hitting match between these two guys. Both of them are, bigger guys. Apollo likes to move around a little bit more, but you've got to bring power against J.D. Mariani. And I personally, as much as I don't like the motives that J.D. Mariani uses, I've got to go with him in this match. I think he'll find a way to pull it out, or rather maybe Nikki finds a way to pull out, because we have seen continuously from her this ability to, I don't know that there's anybody who can take down JD when he's at 100% with Nikki at his side. I mean, Donnie Idol, probably the most capable guy to have taken the belt from him, we would have thought, as he had done it before, got put out of action for a number of months because of it. Ricky Ruckus is out of action because of it. And it's like cage match. You're not supposed to be able to have outside interference. What did we have that ended the match? Outside interference. And so it doesn't matter, it seems, what kind of rules or stipulations are placed. She finds a way to work around it. And JD, of course, not to give Nikki all the credit, JD is a fierce competitor. He is a brute. He is, you might say, a mastodon. But he knows what he's doing in the ring. He always has a plan, and generally he's able to execute that plan very, very well and adapt on the fly. And so I think Apollo, we might see somewhere down the line, if Apollo keeps up this momentum that he's had where he's able to take the belt off of JD, but I don't know that it'll be this time. I'm giving the edge to JD.
They're not Emerge Wrestler of the Year and Emerge Manager of the Year for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the rundown for EMERGE12 Consequences. Right now we've got a special announcement from EMERGE CEO Dave Dynasty. Let's take a look.
Hi, this is EMERGE Wrestling CEO Dave Dynasty with a very special announcement. As you know, this Saturday at EMERGE12, we will be having our first ever women's match. This match will officially kick off the EMERGE Women's Division. You will see the best women's competitors in the area competing for EMERGE just like you do in all of our other matches. We would like you fans to please contact us, comment, message, email, let us know who you want to see compete for EMERGE Wrestling. If you are a women's athlete, please get a hold of us, show us your interest. We intend to bring the best competition to EMERGE in our women's division. Ultimately, this division will crown the first ever EMERGE Women's Champion. So there you have it, EMERGE fans. The official kickoff of the EMERGE Women's Division, the EMERGE Champion, Women's Champion. We will do it the EMERGE way with athletic, hard-hitting competition, the best in the area, as only EMERGE can. We'll see you Saturday at EMERGE12 Consequences.
That's some great news.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of weird how, I mean, earlier in the show I said if EMERGE had been missing anything, it was a women's division, and I said that in jest, but the response, I think, when Nikki and Karma was announced was really, really good. I saw a lot of positive feedback, and a lot can be said about Dave Dynasty. He listens to fans.
A lot can be said about Dave Dynasty, and a lot of it won't be said here. I kid. Like Dave said, if there's any female wrestlers you'd like to see to come to EMERGE, if there are any male wrestlers that you would like to see come to EMERGE that haven't been here yet, let us know. Get a hold of Dave. Get a hold of any of us. EMERGE is successful. EMERGE is popular because of your support.
Absolutely.
And we can't thank you enough for coming out. Before we sign off, there are going to be a few changes coming up to the Lowe Down. We're still working out exactly what those are going to be, but you'll see them shortly. Right now, I'd like to thank my guest, Casey Johnston, and we will see you Saturday night for EMERGE12 Consequences.